What's going on, guys? In today's video, what we are going to do is install the Z-axis. That is this whole component with the Makita router. This is the spindle mill that will be actually doing most of the work. I mean, of course, the motors for the glide rails and all that will be doing work as well. But this is the component that will be removing material from your stock. And so in this video, what we're going to do is install this whole assembly. It is extremely awkward and a little bit of a pain to assemble and get aligned properly. You have to add the stickers for proper measurement, but it is a fun little project indeed. So come on as we go on this journey together. So a little trick that I found very helpful is when installing the reinforcement L brackets. So you will put in a couple of T-nuts in the track up top, noticing that this is considered to be the front, and this is actually considered to be the back. So make sure that all your hardware is installed appropriately. But what I ended up doing was loosening all of the nuts on the bottom of this acrylic plexiglass, and that allowed the whole track to slide back and forth. So what we have to do is make sure that when you tighten things down, if it's not perfectly straight, then this plate will be all kind of wonky. And I had a little bit of wonkiness on this back one, just because this back plate I think was milled a couple of, maybe a millimeter too big. It hangs over the edge just ever so slightly. I don't know if it's because of this back plate or the washer boards themselves. And so I wanted to make sure that the front of my machine was the most 90-degree angle. But yeah, loosening all these nuts allowed it for when I tightened up the L bracket here, it allowed everything to shift appropriately. And then I was able to do the front side and then tighten up the back side and make sure it was all nice and 90 straight. It is finally time to install the Z-axis. So we have our X, we have our Y. Now it's time for the Z-axis. So this thing will be mounted on the assembly vertically, and this will do our plunge depths. So we have a few things to bolt to the back side of this, a few things to bolt to the back side of this, to make sure that everything is nice and secure. And then the Makita spindle assembly will bolt here, and this will be the plunge section here. So let's get to it. There's what I've noticed along the way with our different pieces and parts is that we have, because I bought the 2021, the new Xcarve upgraded bundle, they all say upgrade on it. So upgrade, 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 upgrade. And so if you already have an Xcarve, you can buy this new Z-axis component. So you can buy them separately. But because I got the new bundle, it's just a part of the kit. Now, if you bought an older machine and then bought upgrade components, then this assembly will be the same. But don't freak out just because it says upgrade and not just your regular hardware stuff. So let's get to it. If you're looking at your main assembly, this is the Z-Probe location bracket. It's up top right. It took me a moment to find it myself because the picture on the computer is just this. That's all it says. It's like, there are the parts, there's where it goes. It's like, where is that? It doesn't say anything. There's no installation instructions at all. That's literally all it is. So, it's up top right. I want to mention two things about height and alignment. So I did some research, and the 0, once you place your sticker on the Z-axis, will come into alignment with the bottom of your gantry. And also, the Makita router will slip all the way through, and then it will kind of settle at the bottom here. There's going to be some screws on this side to hold it in place. Of course, the screws on this side, but it will come all the way to the bottom, and there's about 2 millimeters or so at the bottom there. And so you don't have to worry so much about height, because I have the Z probe that will determine the actual height, and you'll be setting that manually if you don't have the Z probe. But yeah, all the way down on that, and then on the actual Z-axis, when you assemble it and then tie it in back with the T-nuts and the tracks, it'll be brought to the 0. The 2 is right at the adjustment screw. So just to make a point there. Well, alright guys, that is the Z-axis and router assembly. Next, we are going to be getting into our home switches, which are little relays, and then our actually wiring tracks that will be on the back side of the main gantry, and then the controller module. And I mean, I say that's pretty much it, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So this pretty much completes the full base assembly. There's really no more hardware components, and what I mean by hardware is large moving parts. The rest of it is there's going to be cable management, and then the actual controller modules. And so off to relays and wiring. So I'll catch you next time.